What does it take to be the Rose of Wild Bunch? Her striking looks, beautiful eyes, and unique glamour had bewitched both lawmen and outlaws in her time. An extraordinary woman behind the infamous Wild Bunch was no other than Laura Bullion. In this video, we will know what it takes to be the Rose of Wild Bunch. Laura was born in a small village in a rural area of Texas. At that time, life was hard for her family. That was why her father turned into an outlaw in order to bring food to the table. In her teens, she met William Carver, her father's acquaintance. This person would bring remarkable changes in Laura's ordinary life. In those days, a simple fever could easily take your life. Her aunt suffered the same fate, but her aunt's husband, Carver, turned his affection to the young Laura. As soon as the two became lovers, they also became known members of the infamous Wild Bunch. The saloon was the place where both outlaws and lawmen spent their time drinking, gambling, and even teasing beautiful saloon women. Since Laura knew that his lover had no stable source of income, she started to work in the saloon as a courtesan. We all know that she was part of an infamous outlaw group. That was why she used the alias Della Rose for her and her family's safety. This marked the start of her unique story as the Rose of the Wild Bunch. She was assigned to sell the resources her gang members robbed. As soon as the goods were sold, she would have to distribute the profit to the members in utmost secrecy. With this in hand, she became an important member of this infamous gang. Aside from that, she was tasked with making connections, supplying horses, and faking signatures for banknotes. Laura made the biggest money in her career during the infamous Northern train robbery. After the robbery incident that shocked the Old West, their group went into hiding. Laura believed that with the money they earned, she and Carver could start a good life. However, luck was not on her side since Carver left her for a woman he had just met in the brothel. After this incident, her other gang member Kilpatrick quickly confessed his feelings to Laura. This shows how messy were the relationships Laura had. Laura and Kilpatrick enjoyed their time together until they heard the news about their member's failed robbery attempt, which also led to her ex-lover's death. This caused the two to panic and look for another county to hide. However, when they were on their way, they were arrested and convicted of the crimes they did. Laura spent fewer years in prison. As soon as she was released, Laura kept in touch with Kilpatrick through letters. After 11 years in jail, Kilpatrick was a free man again. You won't believe that he spent his days with Laura. He returned to Outlaw instead, just to get killed in a failed robbery. This marked the end of the infamous Wild Bunch. While Laura and the others remained, Laura accepted that she had already a fair share in the world of outlaws. So she lived the remainder of her life and left a legacy as a strong, loving, and beautiful woman with wild aspirations, truly deserving to be the Rose of the Wild Bunch. If you want to know more about the incredible stories of the Wild West, click the following links for more amazing videos.